So that's, that's really what Facebook's role actually is. So this giant word of mouth, we have this giant word of mouth, you can advertise within that word of mouth to push it out further, or you can get groups of chatter going, which is what a post is. A post is just a group of people chattering about something. It's word of mouth. And so the more people that chatter and like on it, the more it goes out for people to see that people are chattering and liking about it. So actually, even though it's a machine doing that on Facebook, it's going, oh, this is a busy post, so we'll put this into more people's feeds because it's a topic which is keeping people interesting. It's a topic which is keeping the people who we want to advertise to interested in Facebook and entertained, because the idea is to entertain you, just like songs are something to play between the adverts. Songs keep you entertained so that every second song they can shove 10, 30-second commercials at you. And this is the same. The conversation, the topics of conversation, the word of mouth that's going on and spreading, and these conversations are becoming bigger on people's timelines. It's all just to keep you entertained, because they really are going to throw a sponsored ad in between there when you're looking on your timeline for the busy, interesting conversations and the topics of the world and what are happening. Really getting, as an advertiser and as a person wanting to use Facebook on a marketing perspective, it's getting your head around that is actually what it is. It's not there for you to have fun on. It's not there for Joe Brown to say he just got out of the shower and he's about to walk his dog. It's actually there to gather millions of people's information so that when somebody like me comes along and goes, I'm going to play a gig in Sydney, so I need to advertise my gig to all the people in Sydney who are aged between 35 and 65 who are interested in country music. You've put your interests in there, you've put where you live, you've put how old, and so that advert knows to grab your timeline and slap my advert in it. And so people need to get that concept of what it's about, and then it's really easy to understand, I think, once you actually understand what it is, a giant word of mouth. And that's really what, that's really what social media is. Same with Twitter. It's another giant word of mouth. Little conversations going off that people are sharing that conversation. So it's about putting good and interesting things there that people will talk about, not boring them, keeping them entertained.
Grandads used to use it in their companies 50 or more years ago, and that was extremely hard to generate. But as you clarified it, this is easier now with social media and the online concept, because 50 years ago we said, I know the guy who know the guy who know the guy who knows the guy, etc., 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 and that was extremely expensive to generate the word of mouth, and the time was one of the main factors about disseminating and propagating the information of, oh, I know this singer. Did you listen to their music already or not? No, and it took time to generate that. Now, as you clarified it with the Facebook advert, or simply posting and reposting in social media or social network, the word of mouth is pretty, if we do it properly, a self-generation and self-generated to your network and your network's network, and that's extremely important. And this is one of the main elements to drive traffic, generating the word of mouth and subcontracting in a way the fact that people hearing from you, from your product, your services, your music, your events, will talk about you and those to the other people, and then drive traffic to wherever you want they drive traffic. The main thing is to generate this word of mouth extremely clearly and properly, and not to create any misconfusion or misunderstanding in our minds. And then, first of all, that's why it's absolutely necessary to be precise in what you have to offer, whatever this is, a service, a gig, an event, that everything must be crystal clear for the information to be disseminated through your network via the famous word of mouth. Because there's a distortion between the first and the 10th people disseminated the information, and then